hello, Bookie. Nice to see you, new members. If you guys can hear me, please say yes. We can hear you. Hello and welcome to my live stream. If we are meeting for the very first time, my name is Holly Lee and I do provide live streaming twice a week, every single Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Generally, I will open the stream to public rather than member only, which means you can leave a comment during the live stream. So, in full disclosure, I've been coughing off my lung all night. And I also, on top of that, my 4-year-old is with me today. So I'm trying to hang in there for as long as I can. A lot of you guys, hundreds of you guys, are my paid YouTube community member. I have a couple requests to review some of your LinkedIn profile. So if you are here right now, please do say hello in the chat and let me know your name, because some of you have actually reached out to my team via LinkedIn to get your profile reviewed. That's why I show up, guys. I am showing up for you. If you are brand spanking new, I love to know who is watching me, where are you watching from, and if you have any questions for me, please put a giant Q. When you do that, my eyes just trigger right into your question. But this is training 101. Anytime when you ask a question in anything, workplace or not, be very specific, okay? Because the more specific you are in answering your question, for example, Holly, I'm going through a phone interview process for an L6 or senior technical program manager positions. Do you know what type of technical questions are asked? Specific, okay? If you guys are not being specific, I don't want to give you general. I'm a little pep. I have a little pep peeves on being very general. That's just me. Because when you're very general, if I'm giving you a general answer, it's just going to waste your time. Yeah? Are you with me? If you're with me, please give me a thumbs up. Acknowledge what a girl is talking about right now, okay? I don't know who all is going to show up today. I did not want to cancel the stream, but I will try to go into Q&A right away as quickly as possible. And everyone, please say hello to our community moderator, Miss Purple Sparkle. I call her Purple Sparkle. I've been calling you Purple Sparkle for quite a while. How are you, Purple? Aisha, hello, Aisha. Good seeing you again. Yulia, I am doing good, Yulia. I'm telling you, Yulia, um, I've been looking for places to move with my tiny family of 2. And, as much as I love Seattle, when the summer comes, 2 months, that is, maybe 3 at the most, it's amazing. It's out of the world because you got the mountain and the Puget Sound meeting. And in Seattle alone, there's quite a number of islands. I think we have 5 or 6 different islands. It's beautiful, right? But the problem of Seattle is the sun doesn't come out that much. If it does, between what month are we now? Between July until September, it's on and off at often time. That's why you see it's hard for me to cancel a live stream because I know you all are relying on me. That's why I'm showing up, okay? Raphael, hello, Raphael. How are you? Tanya, good to see you. Long time. Okay. Let's see who all is here. Omalola, is this the same Omalola, my Olamola, who landed a senior program manager position at Microsoft as a VIP member? If it is, please say yes. If it isn't, you know what? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Dorka, hello, Dorka. How are you, Dorka? Nice to meet you. Where are you from? I see a lot of new names. All right. Yulia says, oh, you got an offer. All right, girl. Hell yeah. Wait, what happened to my graffiti? There you go. You like my graffiti? Yes, I'm so proud of you. Yulia followed me for, I think, a few months, and you show up every single time to my sessions. You ask really good questions. I remember your journey, even from 2-3 months back. Congratulations. Are you able to get the offer that you were hoping for? Wink, wink. It's amazing. You will have the time of your life at Amazon. And do remind me, Yulia, I don't know if I have already because my my mommy memory hasn't been that great since I become a mom. So if you could send me a message if I haven't yet to invite you to my private group on Facebook. I do have a private group. I don't really talk about it because it's only for those whom I was able to help and support through your journey in landing an offer at any of the company of your choice. But 90% of those in my private Facebook group are Amazonians around the world. Okay? Not everyone loves Facebook, but it's just a way for me to stay in contact with the community. I used to run a Facebook Live, kind of like a Zoom call every other week, but it's been so busy lately, I haven't been able to do that. But I am thinking about working on something special for that community. Raphael, hi Raphael. My name is Rafa from Spain, but living in Berlin. Awesome. Excuse me, guys. My voice is getting scratchy. I am having my loop. I'm writing for a senior program manager role in Europe. Which loop is this? What are you interviewing for, Rafa? Okay. By the way, if you are in the Amazon interview process or in any interview process, specifically the final loop, the final stage, go watch my most recent video that I've released yesterday. Actually, I didn't do it, my team did yesterday. Okay. That is coupling up in the last 2.5 years of content in 8 minutes. Basically, we took every single thing, one of my best tips and my all-time best strategy and narrowing a couple years of content into 8 minutes for you guys. If you were to watch any videos right now, that one, write it down, guys. There's a lot of interview questions there, and those are all the interview questions, answers, and expectations all out of the maintain companies. Okay, I talk a lot about the Amazon type of questions because a lot of the companies are really copying Amazon. Let's just call spade as it is. Okay, they are. In fact, a lot of them are copying Amazon's interview process to a T. Let me explain what I mean by that. Other companies call it, I can't even say it because the companies will know that I'm talking about them. They have a name. Other than calling it the bar racer, they call it something else, right? Even if they don't call it anyone else when they schedule the full loop, even startup. Yeah, I helped startup right before the pandemic, and I too got affected by the pandemic. They call it basically it is someone that is not a part of your team. Okay, it's not your skip level, and that person's going to interview you. In my world, it's called a bar raiser. Okay, so that is why I talk a lot about using the Amazon philosophy of interviewed in getting a lot of the offer from Fein employers. Fein, Matang, I don't even know what to call it, but that's what it is. Okay. Also, I worked really, really hard. I released my first article for Forbes, Forbes Council member. And you guys do check that out because in that, if you're interested in getting a job offer or landing interviews or knowing more about the Matang group of companies like the Meta, the Microsoft, the Apple, the Google, the Amazon of the world, go read that article because if you haven't already, connect with me on LinkedIn because that's my most recent post. Okay, that's a Forbes article. The title is basically how do you land a job with maintain companies? It's been so long since I've read that article. That's how long it took to write it. Forbes is very particular in what they post. Excuse me. Shanette, hello Shanette, how are you? Tanya, how are you, Tanya? I feel like it's been a really long time. Thank you so much for your coffee. Sadly, because I'm so under the weather, I am drinking my Costco Citrix Honey tea. It's amazing. Ooh. All right. Yulia. Yes, I know. I'm so happy for you, girl. By the way, which location will you be working out of as a QA engineer? Are you going to be 100% remote or hybrid? Please do share a lot of that right now because even though I've had um, uh, a long journey at Amazon and I still have a lot of friends at Amazon, but I think it's really a team base. Not everyone is working remote 100%, right? So for you, Yulia, will you be working remote? Let us know. And what is your best strategies in helping everyone who is watching right now? Okay, guys, I know there's a lot of you. are tuning into the live stream, don't be shy. If you're interested, click the join in the video right now and drop a comment. At the very least, just give a girls a thumbs up in the video because it really does help the algorithm. Okay? Shouvik, hello Shouvik. I mentioned last time I got an offer. This is all about QA, guys. Here's another QA engineer at Apple. Ooh, sorry guys. The background check seems to be taking a long time. Why is that? Apple seems to move very fast in other aspect, like the offer. It's not Apple's fault. When background check it's stalling, it's never the employer's fault. Well, unless the recruiter forget to hit the button, right? To check your background check, obviously. But generally, if you have moved or lived in other country, it's gonna take roughly about 10 business days. Yes, about 2 full weeks. Okay, if you're living in, let's just say, the US, or and haven't really moved from state to state and whatnot, where they could run your social security number, then it could take up to about 5 business days. You see where I'm going? But if you're going to college internationally or multiple places, it's gonna take a while. Okay, but the bottom line is they're checking for residency, or your where you are reside, your citizenship, misdemeanor. I think it is back to about 10 years or so. So they won't be able to do that through your social security number, especially those who have H-1B or any kind of sponsorship. It has to go to where you are being, where you're being. What am I saying? Where you're from? I can't talk right now, guys. But Shouvik, just hang on tight, buddy. Okay, I will keep in touch and let me know how everything is going with you. But it's very important now that you have the offer and signed the offer, you should already be looping in with the hiring manager. Yeah, your future boss, you should be, right? If you're waiting to start, if your manager haven't already, they should be reaching out to you, or a welcoming message or something to get you excited while you're waiting for your start date, right? And you guys should already know, when you're pending background check, do not give in your 2 weeks notice. Yeah? Okay. Okay, Rafa says, I'm interviewing for the final loop. I believe it is. After doing HR screening and interviewing with the hiring manager. Did they tell you you're going to the final loop? Because if they did not, that could be a second phone interview. Okay? Make sure you seek for clarity. Yulia, I totally feel you with the with the mom memory. I know. I never forget to live stream for you guys. So this is this live stream, this afternoon stream. I've been doing it for 2.5 years, guys. How excited is that? Yeah. I started at 2020. We're now at 2022. Actually, when I first started, it was right before the pandemic, which I had no clue what I was doing. It's very embarrassing, by the way, but it's all worth it. Helping a lot of people land a job offer. Okay, Omalola. Hi Holly, I'm having my first interview with the hiring manager at Amazon for a senior program manager position, non-technical. Um, no, I'm not the Omalola on your VIP training. Alrighty, well, welcome. I will take any Omalola as possible. And you know what? The thing is, she also has your background as a program manager. What type of questions do you have? Because for program managers, it doesn't matter, guys, if you are a tech or non-tech. For Amazon specifically, the requirement is they don't need to find someone with the exact experience, but you do need to show up very, very polished. What does that even mean, right? What does that mean? That means that you have to demonstrate you want the job. You have to demonstrate that you have examples, very specifically, example where you deliver result. If you got no examples of delivering result and how you got to the finish line, they're not going to hire you. In comparison to Amazon and all the other FANG employers, I don't know why I'm still calling it FANG. Let's just call it FANG. Facebook's no longer, there's Meta. And all the other employers, they don't dive as deep as Amazon. No company dive as deep as Amazon. Okay. For you, if you're just starting the process, I would highly recommend you watch my video on where I was collaborating with one of my friend, which is a technical program manager that came from an SDE, a PM background as well for Google and Amazon. You can tell by the position title, and that video was released 2 weeks ago. You can't miss it, okay? It's on my channel. There's one that says comparing Amazon and Google. We're literally talking about PM and TPM, or what is the difference between the two, what type of responsibility, the role and responsibility of a PM, so on and so forth, and how do you grow from a PM to a TPM, okay? Omalola, that's all for you, so make sure you check out those 2 videos. You cannot miss it. Oh, Lord. You see why I have to have member mode on right now, because that girl cannot survive answering. I cannot answer 100 questions today. My goodness, I'm struggling over 5. Whew. Stacy, hello Stacy. Welcome as a new member. All right, thank you so much, guys. You don't understand. When you become my member in my community, you're really supporting my work. You're supporting my business. You're the reason why I have this, like all of this that you're seeing, okay? When I got no supporter, let me tell you, I was in my closet for a good full year, and it was really bad. It was really bad because you could see my mic dropping on the ground. I had no clue what I was doing. And because of all of your support, I was able to even hire a YouTube coach to teach me how to walk the talk with all of this so that I could save you time and show up better for you guys, okay? It's not about the content that's coming out in giving you my strategies and my feedback, but more importantly, it is making it fun for you. If you notice, I don't like live streaming to talk about the same thing over and over again. I get crazy, but I don't know how you guys feel. I cannot talk about that. I talk about nothing but Amazon throughout the entire 2020 and 2021 because no one cared about any other company but Amazon. I never made myself the Amazon coach, but I am one now, okay? So I'm trying to tell you guys, if you haven't connected me on LinkedIn already, please do connect with me on LinkedIn because I post a lot of good content with MATANG company in general. I'm trying to kill all birds in one stone, meaning that I am purposely getting a lot of the top best strategies, and I've worked for all of these companies, okay? And just because folks who work at these companies doesn't mean it makes them a great career coach. I done that on the candidate prep side, the expectation and the interview process flowed. I can talk like a recruiter and a hiring manager, but at the same time, the last 3 years working with hundreds and hundreds of clients, private coaching and my VIP coaching, which is right here, by the way, I was able to learn so much from you guys and try to create different programs that can have value into you. Okay? Oh, Boston. All right, Yulia. People Engine project. Is it Alexa? You said People Engine. I've never heard of that phrase before. Mostly remote, but we'll occasionally come to the office. My advice, start work at your company like you are at Amazon already. Yes, girl, yes. Oh my God, I love what this woman just said. Yes. That's it. You know what? I like this so much. Let me just pin your comment. Hang on one second. Where are you? Right here. Okay. I'm going to repeat myself what our friend Yulia had just mentioned. All right. You have to start at your company like you are at Amazon. Yulia, if you don't mind, I like to post your quote on my upcoming LinkedIn post with your name. Let me know if I have permission to tag your name on it. It's amazing. Yes. Guys and gal, this is exactly what I teach you guys and also in my paid VIP coaching program as well. Because a lot of the folks, when they join anything, even in these, like my YouTube member, you're being evaluated right away. The people who are in the community with me, right? It's the type of question you answer. You have to treat that you're already an Amazon employee. You have to raise your bar up wherever your bar is. Don't know what your bar is? Great, no problem. So you need to mentally exercise your brain muscles to be the best version of you that possibly is. Because if you're starting from zero and you're just seeking for answer, it's going to take a really long time to land a job at Amazon. And once you get in there, no one's going to tell you what to do. Let me repeat. Once you get to Amazon, your manager, no one is going to hold your hand. That is not an Amazon culture at all whatsoever. However, if you go to like Google or Facebook, even Microsoft, yeah, they're very process driven, right? They really want to take the time to get you ramp up and up to speed. But guys, you're not the one thing that I think a lot of my viewers are forgetting is that you're comparing the number one company like the Amazon, who is constantly pumping out new services meaning Prime Air, for example, Prime Video, whatever that they do. There's so many, this unlimited amount of services and product. That means they have to move really fast. So if you're going to work for a company that doesn't pump products and services like an Amazon, you know to really invest your time in the interview prep process. It breaks my heart, people. I read through so many messages, so many that even right here in my YouTube comment, Holly, I don't know what to do. I'm still so nervous. I know I'm not ready. What is your best tip? Cancel your interview, right? Cancel that interview. I don't understand. If you're so nervous, you know you're not ready, you don't know if your story makes sense, that's a big red flag. If you yourself don't know if you would hire yourself, that's not a good thing, okay? The one quickest thing that you could do is if you've written up at least the bare minimum 20 story, go find someone who are better than you with your background. If you're a program manager, find someone who is managing people in a program management capacity. They could be in a startup, but that person cannot be a program manager at a startup. That person needs to be maybe a director or somebody who has stronger foundation and experiences as you. And why don't you try to mock interview with that individual? Okay. So that's what I would recommend. Guys, it's killing me because I am known in my VIP coaching as the coach for failed job interviews. I'm not saying this, anything negative at all, but seriously, because when people come to me and say, Holly, what should I do? Give me your quick tip. A, you push it out or you cancel it. If you just started the interview process at Amazon, like a phone interviewed, you still need your story. If you don't have your story, I don't know what kind of question they're going to ask you because they're looking for fundamental, my friend. Okay. If you don't meet the bar at the bare minimum 70%, you're out. No one's going to spend their time in interviewing you for full loop, right? So, yeah, a lot of folks are debating with me that says, Holly, well, your 90-day VIP coaching program is it's a long time for someone to get the job. I'm like, yeah, because within the first month, it takes a full month to help you ace your phone interview. After you ace your phone interview, you need to be prepped for the on-site loop. The on-site loop, because there's so many interviewers and so many intensified questions, you need to be able to work on your oral communication and your deliverable. That piece is the bare minimum, an additional month, if not 2 months more. That's the average. Okay. I have so many different clients. I would say 10% of them are able to land a job within 1 month. 10%. Those are the folks who have never failed an interview before. Okay. No one, they didn't come from another big employer or anything like that. But those are also the ones who stay up until 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning every day to study for their loop interviewed at Amazon. Okay. And those are also the one that has multiple offer. I'm not kidding with you guys. Go check out my VIP endorsement. It's a playlist, by the way. It's called endorsement on my YouTube playlist. There's a couple. There's a senior product manager, technical, a TPM, a PM as well, and they all said the same thing. Those folks work their tail off unless you can dedicate some time and treat the interview prep process like a full-time job. I repeat, treat the interview prep like a full-time job, okay? Because getting a job at Amazon is very unlikely like any other company, all right? Google's process is hard because they're not diving deep into your background, my friend. Google's process is hard because they use a lot of hypothetical question, you see? So when you study for a Google interview, it's not going to take you 3 months, although you still need your story, right? You still need to be able to deliver. And they're very, very picky on the communications skills because they focus on elite and top tier candidates first as a priority versus Amazon. They don't even care if you have a college degree. Okay? I hope that all makes sense because I have read so many of your messages where um the anxiety is kicking in, but you just I don't know. I don't know what's going on in everyone's head. I don't know why so many folks around the world think that Amazon's never going to call you again. So what do? You're going to go take a risk and bomb your interview. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they're going to call you again. Right? Cut it out. Please do cut that out. Okay? Oh, People Engine internal HR project. Oh, they got fancy, Yulia. Tanya, some company does have the right atmosphere. That's why you're leaving, right? Practice is good for you anyway. I know, Yulia, and please do continue to come back, Yulia. Okay, it means a lot to the community when you all land a job offer and you come back and continue supporting the community members. Stacy, hello, Stacy. How are you? What are your top tips for preparing for a loop at Amazon? We'll watch your new 8-minute video. I'm prepping for the loop. The loop, the Amazon loop interview specifically, actually moving forward, a lot of my pre-recorded clips are all going to be interview prepped. The way you prep for a phone interview and the way you prep for an on-site loop is very similar. Very, very similar. There is no quick way, no easy way. As mentioned earlier, if you don't make it through the phone screen, you're done, right? So it's equally as important. But when it comes to the loop, the hardest thing is that they're not just asking you one or two different areas of your competencies, but they're asking a lot. If you have 4 interviewers or 5 interviewer, each one of those are coming in with 3 to 4 questions for you. Each one of those 4 questions comes with probing questions 3 to 6. That's why a 45-minute interview will go by really fast. Okay? The first video, I know that it sounds very very cheesy. It's called the 60-second elevator pitch. I would recommend that all of you guys are watching that before any interview. It's how to stay concise in answering your interview questions in less than a minute, because people get bored. People get bored within the first 10 seconds. And if you can talk from 3 to 5 minutes, great, more power to you. Are you able to keep them interested in 3 minutes, 5 minutes? Because you will lost the interviewer. I have shadowed so many engineers, program managers, TPMs, solution architect, finance people, legal people even, bar racers, level 6, level 7, level 8 directors even. I've seen a lot of folks, especially level 7s, draw stick figures on their notepad. Yeah. You think they're typing notes when they're doing this to you right here? This? No. They're working. I can tell you that because I sat next to them and they are working. So, excuse me, Stacy. The bottom line is you need to show up really, really prepared. I'm not saying this to scare anyone because it is really hard. It sucked my soul when I re-interview at Amazon. I was already with the same company, by the way. When you change team within Amazon or a lot of these FANG company, you still have to re-interview because they have to evaluate if you're a good fit for a different team. Even though the hiring bar is the same across all the products and services, right? So even when I re-interview from Kindle to consumer in the Bay Area, California, and moving to Seattle, I had to re-interview for the whole thing with 4 people in a full loop. And I was so scared. Oh my God, what if they didn't hire me? And the person who interviewed me at the time, that hiring manager, was my manager at Microsoft. Even so, I thought, oh my God, I haven't worked with this guy in how long? 8 years or so. At that time, I was, fairly senior in my career. Is he going to like me? What is going on? I had self-doubt because the interviewer, the loop, was so smart. I felt like everyone was smarter than me. I felt like it was so hard. I was having so much fun because the type of question they're asking is not just tell me about a time when you do this and do that, but they were really tearing apart my entire background and asked me probing questions right off the bat. Okay? So that's why the video that I just released yesterday, it talks, the focus of that video is on how do you answer probing questions when you don't have an answer. Check that out. Shanette says, thanks. Question before your question. How do I get an Amazon recruiter to select me for an interview? Shanette, that's a very good question. How? Well, first of all, your branding has everything to do with it, my friend. If your branding doesn't hit the keyword, you'll never get found. Ever. Okay? I have the resume accelerator right here. This is 50% off, by the way. This is the branding. It also comes with a LinkedIn accelerator. It's 2 digital course only. I repeat, it's only a digital course, but it is step by step tearing my own resume apart. The resume that I was able to get a job offer with a lot of these employer, same resume. Okay. The video clip, it's about 1 minute long, right? 1 minute long per each section, because I know that people's attention span is extremely short. I don't have courses that will last more than a minute because you're not going to watch it. You're going to fast forward. I already know that. Analytics, my friend. Okay. So the first thing I would do is to work on your resume and then your LinkedIn profile. A lot, if not a lot, if not most, if not all of the folks who purchase this do result in job interview almost immediately, and a high volume of them do end up creating great stories because when your branding is in place, you're able to remember everything that you've done. Not word by word, but you're able to remember all of your high level achievement. Okay? Hopefully that works. Alrighty then. Also, when it comes to interviewed, before I forget, make sure you download my template if you haven't already. I'm going to create more and more template and put it in my blog. I'm not sure if you guys have had an opportunity to check, but it's hollylee.co. There's a blog section there, and that's completely free as well to the public. All right, that's every single tip that I have set down for the entire year and put together. I was really obsessed, very extremely obsessed in 2020 when the pandemic hit. I pretty much left. I left my job at Facebook where I was the recruiting leader for Oculus AR VR, and I started creating content. I was blogging every single day. I was posting on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my platform, and YouTube is actually my secondary. And then I thought, wow, people are actually reading these tips. I'm enjoying it. It's actually helping people. I'm seeing results. Then I started to have a YouTube channel and to have pre-recorded video, and that's where the live stream is born. Okay? So some of you guys have followed me for a very, very long time. I really appreciate you because if no one shows up, I will not be doing this today. Good to know that concise practice and prepped time is essential. It is, Stacy. And if you guys ever have any questions for me, please do feel free to come in and let me know. Okay? I'm going to stop right here. Rafa, thank you for coming by. Yulia, congratulations, my friend, again. Shouvik, congratulations as well. Both of our QA engineer and manager landed positions with Amazon and Apple. Remember, patient is a virtual, but always stay on top of your recruiter and the hiring managers, especially when you're pending for a start date. For all the other folks who are in the interviewing process right now, like the Rafa, the Shanette, the Omola, and Stacy's, a lot of you guys who are there, just do yourself a favor. Calm down and really strategize to create a routine and make sure you invest at the bare minimum 2 hours, bare minimum, every single days, 5 days a week at the bare minimum in order for you to land a job offer like an Amazon. Take care. I will see you next week.